Matt Carrillo. I'm the District Fire Chief for the Harrison Township Fire District. We're down here in E1 in Ocala, Florida, and doing our final inspection of our HP 95 mid-mount ladder tower. Harrison Township is in South Jersey, Gloucester County, just outside of Philadelphia. We're about 19.2 square miles, 15,000 residents. Mixed occupancy between some commercial and healthcare facilities, residential, and multifamily dwellings. Demographics in our county has changed over time. We are a fast-growing community that's going to have more commercial growth and more multifamily growth. And the mid-mount HP 95 from E1 offers us a lot of tactical operation advantages, and it was the best selection for us. And this year we changed our front end to look with the rotor ray in the middle and the Mars lights in the end. That's kind of honor our senior man who's on the trip today, the 60-plus year man in the service, Harold Brown, and he's very traditional about the old style, and the rotor rays and the Mars lights are something that he requested, and E1 was happy to put on our fire apparatus, and we're glad to have them. They're an LED version. They're a low grade onto the system itself electronically, and the rotor ray gives us the option to change the lenses, so we can change them to green and white to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, honor breast cancer awareness. In October we can make them pink and white, red, white, and blue for 4th of July, and anything that goes along we can make the changes to very easily. So what you see up top, right next to the light bar on either side, the driver officer side, is our address spotlight. Picked it up off of another video up in New England. They had it built into the light bar. We added it after our pre-built inspection down here, and that acts independently from the cab, so the driver, the officer, can shine into the houses and see the addresses from the street. So what this truck has is a 6-jack system, 2 in the front, 2 in the back straight, and 2 outriggers on either side. Has an auto leveling feature, which the front jack and the rear jacks go down, level the truck off. You put your outriggers out to either both or one. You can have the ability to short jack this truck. Once the jack is down, you hit the auto level again, it automatically resets and gets the truck level, and then you can operate the tower by flipping a switch. By doing short jacks, it gets you tight, narrow airways, gets you to move left and right, and there's sensors in the aerial device that only let you go 5 degrees one way and 10 degrees the other. But it automatically will shut the aerial down so you can't go past those degrees for safety. When you have streets in your local that people are parked on both sides, or an alleyway between buildings, it gives you the capabilities to work off the aerial device on the jacked side with the outriggers out. You can go straight up on a 90-degree angle and spin the aerial device, but working left to right only gives you 10 degrees and 5 degrees worth of work. The HP 95 mid-mount has a auto stow capabilities. Once the aerial itself gets within below 30 degrees and within a certain distance of the truck itself, there's a stow button on the master controls up here. You press that, you hold the down lever, and this truck will automatically stow itself in the cradle. Towards the end, as it gets closer, the truck down idles, and it gets it and eases it directly into the cradle without damaging anything whatsoever. This HP 95 mid-mount has got a 2,000-gallon minute pump with a tank level of 250 gallons. The only attack hose that we currently have on it will be the front bumper line, which is 150 of inch and 3/4 pre-connected line. We do have the capabilities to operate off the officer side for a 2.5-inch blitz fire, which is master stream operations for us. But mainly this is going to be designed to be a ladder company operation. So one of the needs that we talked about in the preliminary process of putting the fire apparatus together was the need for ground ladders. This traditionally is horizontally on beam. We did them vertically on beam, which opens us up to obviously our complement you see here, a 35, 228s, 224s, a 16, and a 12. Also in the aerial itself, we have 2 16-foot ground or roof ladders. All together a complement of over 210 feet of ground ladders that best serves our needs. The truck currently has a 4,500 PSI breathing tank, high pressure tank on the aerial device. Up in the bucket, there's connections for the operators and the firefighters to connect into to the regulators to operate over the fire building. So if there's smoke and heated gases come up, they don't have to wear their air pack, protects their back. Also fitted on this on the opposite side of the controls is a visual and audio low air alarm. Not only on the digital outread of the device, it gets a low visual and an audio so the operator can know that there's low air in the tank, and the operators and the firefighters need to switch to their air packs or come out of the bucket and come back to the ground floor. The mid-mount gives you a tactical operation that supersedes a rear mount and gives the ability to really take the aerial device below grade and suppress the fires within these large buildings through openings in the doors and stuff like that, and you're getting 2,500 gallons a minute relatively fast compared to just multiple hand lines. So our dealer is First Choice Fire Apparatus. They're responsible for the Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Delaware areas for E1. This is our 7th E1 to our current fleet with more to come. We've been working with E1 since the late 80s. They are a phenomenal organization. They are truly a custom fire apparatus manufacturer. They listen to their consumers, their customers, and they pay attention. Just today I had a conversation with the Vice President of Engineering of Aerial Devices, and he was asking me a ton of questions about why we chose certain things. You see accountability, you see ownership. I've walked this warehouse before with previous fire apparatus, and the workers stop and they say, hey, great looking truck, or hey, can I make a suggestion to you? And they take true ownership in their perfection, and their workmanship is beyond anybody or any other fire apparatus in the country.